Hey guys, and welcome to this video. Today I want to talk about 5 things I do every day to stay in shape. To me, staying in shape has become a necessity. It just makes me feel good. It gives me a sense of accomplishment, and I've created daily habits around that goal that allows me to achieve it every single day. First thing I do is I prioritize my strength training. I'm in the gym strength training 6 days a week for about 50 to 60 minutes a session. When I want to cut back on weight, I chuck in about 20 to 30 minutes of cardio at the end of that session. I use that time in cardio to get some work done, usually on the stepper, treadmill, or the exercise bike, with my phone in hand. If you use this time to improve yourself and listen to some audiobooks or get some work done, you will notice that the time just flies by. Me personally, I train in the mornings, first thing in the morning, for a few reasons. Naturally, I'm a morning person anyway. My body clock wakes me up at 5 a.m. regardless of if I go to the gym or not, so why not get it done first thing while everybody else is asleep? Being married with 2 kids under the age of 8, training in the morning allows me to not take any time away from them. I can spend time with them during the day and the evenings while my training has already been sorted. Also, I've found that if I wake up and train first thing in the morning, it eliminates the possibility of any excuses. For example, sometimes when you train at night, you start telling yourself, oh, I'm tired, I've got things to do, or I need to get this done before I can get to the gym. Or something does actually come up, another commitment, and it stops you from being consistent. But find out what works for you and be consistent with it. Consistency is what matters here. The second thing I do is track my food. You only need to do this for about 6 months before you really understand what's going into your body, proteins, carbs, and fats, and how many calories you need a day. But if you aren't willing to put in the work to track your food and know what you're putting into your body, it's really going to make it hard for you to keep a solid physique all year round. I use MyFitnessPal and I weigh and track everything. I also have my staple go-to meals that I can run to if I've got a busy week coming up. Pre-prepare them. I don't need to think about it. It's just there. Drop me a comment below if you want me to work out what your daily calorie intake should be. Just put down your height, your current weight, and your sex, and I will work out what protein, carbs, and fats you need, as well as your daily calorie intake that you're gonna need to kind of cut back. The third thing I do is plan and prepare for the weekend. In my previous point, I mentioned knowing what your daily calorie intake should be. Knowing that, when you know you got an event coming up, you can pre-plan. You can bank some calories, so you don't have to worry about going out with friends and eating desserts or certain foods or drinking beer or having some alcohol. I don't cut back on any food at all. I'll just split the workload. I'll start cutting back a few days before, so when the time comes, I can just enjoy it. The fourth thing I do is base my diet on high satiety foods. A lot of protein. I'll make sure I get 200 grams of protein in every day. Some might say that's more than I need, but protein keeps you full and it makes it less likely for me to reach over and grab something that's going to make the scales jump up. I have a very balanced diet. I don't exclude any foods. I eat chocolate, I eat cake, I drink beer, I drink alcohol. I don't cut back on anything. Yet I can still maintain a solid physique all year round because I know how to control my calorie intake and I know how to portion my foods. Instead of grabbing a whole block of chocolate, I'll have 200 grams of Greek yogurt, which is high in protein, with some strawberries, and then finish it off with some chocolate. By the time I'm done with that, I've had a low calorie snack that's high in protein. It's going to keep me full and motivated to go on. The fifth thing I do is prioritize my sleep. Get your sleep in. Recovery is important. Everyone needs a different amount of sleep to perform great, and it's highly likely that you already know what yours is. Some people can operate great at 5 hours, other people need 8. Find what works for you and prioritize it. Remember, if I can do it, anyone can do it. A married man with 2 kids under 8. I know the obstacles, but if you set up a good plan and you stick to it and you be consistent, you can't fail. It all comes down to how bad you want it. I was always naturally a skinny guy, and when I started training years ago, I didn't know what I was doing. I was training hard but eating like an absolute monster, and I shot up to about 93 kilos, which what looked like was just all fat. I cut it all back, and now I prioritize everything that I've mentioned in this video, and it's allowed me to maintain a very solid physique all year round. If you need a hand with anything, just drop a comment below. If you got any value out of this video, I would love for you to hit that subscribe and like button. Thanks, guys.